Okay guys, welcome to Kdrama Diaries. Finally, today I am making the series, guys. It's been long overdue. I don't know if you know me yet, but if you follow my TikTok page and some of my shorts here on YouTube, you know I love K-dramas. So I decided to start this series. By the way, this is just a props. It's real though, it's real. Yeah, I decided to start this series to talk about everything K-drama. Like, yeah. Recommendations, reviews. I like diving into the whole storyline plot, like picking the little things that directors put into the story that many people miss out on. Yeah, this is where you're gonna find those. So if you love K-dramas like I do, you like to click on the subscribe button. Thank you very much. Subscribe. So into the real deal. Today we're gonna be speaking about a K-drama that just finished called Bon Appetit, Your Majesty. If you see me looking down here, I'm looking at my screen because like I'm trying to figure out my notes, you know. Yeah. So what this video is going to be about is Bon Appetit, Your Majesty review, where I'm going to be speaking about my knowledge on K-drama. I'll give a little summary about that. I'm going to give a recap. I'm going to speak about the side characters, the main characters, the overall thing, if it's worth watching, and what's this last thing? I have a section called Throw at You. Wait, what? DQ. Drop questions at you guys. So drop questions you. Wait. Gosh guys, I need to figure that out. You know what? Let's make it short. I'm going to call that section drop, where I'm going to be dropping questions at you guys. It's literally like just questions to discuss in the comment section or something. Like, what do you think? Like, get you guys' opinion, basically. That's what that section is going to be about. The drop section is going to be what this video is going to end up with. I think that's a good way to like end the video, you know, in an ambiguous way. So let's go into it. How long have I watched K-drama? I have been watching K-dramas for the past 2014, 2015-ish. Like around that time, that's when I started watching K-dramas. I had like a 3 or 4 year break, and that's when I actually jumped into watching K-dramas. Like I started watching K-dramas. My first ever K-drama was You're Beautiful. Do you guys know that? Do you know? It's like one of the classics. The classic. I think it's 2008. Park Shin-hye, and I've forgotten the male character's name because Park Shin-hye is Park Shin-hye, guys. I wasn't biased. I think many people, when they hear K-drama, they're like, oh, those guys that put on makeup, and I'm like, what do you mean? My first impressions of K-drama were chill. I actually loved it because I think I've grown up being dived into many different cultures. I've watched animes, Philippine series, Indian movies, emphasis on movies, not the series. I've watched Turkish movies series, yeah, and then that's how I went into watching K-drama, and I am stuck with K-drama. I've watched Chinese series as well. Yeah, my first impression wasn't biased or anything because I am very open-minded. I'll type the actors because that's always like the most interesting part. My favorite actor is Ji Chang. Well, was Ji Chang-wook? I think it's still Ji Chang-wook. I don't know, Ji Chang-wook. Okay, basically it's Ji Chang-wook here, and currently, I added Lee Do-hwan to the list. My favorite actresses, it was first of all Park Shin-hye because I literally have watched her whole discography at this point. But my favorite actress is gonna be Shin Hye-sun. Shin Hye-sun is probably like one of my favorite actresses. Like, I think I've watched a lot of her K-dramas. And Kim Go-eun as well. I love her. And I don't know about the rest. There's so many of them, guys. I just don't remember. So yeah, like, for the girls, yeah, I can't choose one. I'm sorry. So this story is about a girl that travels into the past. I've watched a lot of K-dramas like this, where she meets a tyrant king of that era who is like a food connoisseur. It's like a French borrowed English word. So she gets into the past, and then she basically saves everybody with cooking. She cooks, he eats. Let's dive into the characters. I am a side character enthusiast. Like, I love the storylines of side characters. I love it more than the main characters, basically. And I'm going to start off with the kitchen stuff. Shi. I love that girl, and I checked her online. Every K-drama person does that. I checked her online, and she's so pretty. Queen Chan So. Ignore me. Scrap that. Next, I'm gonna speak about the queen and the consorts. I'm not fan of a group of gossiping ladies who don't know what to do with their future, so I'm gonna skip on that. And as for the queen, the Dawaga, why am I pronouncing it like that? I couldn't tell if she actually liked her grandson or not. Basically, the king. I couldn't tell. Like, did she really care for him? Then why did she dispose his mother? That's something that we're gonna dive into very soon, because that question as well, that disposing of his mother part as well, like, needs a lot of diving into. Next, I'm gonna talk about his right hand man, Im Sung Jae. I actually love this guy. I low-key hated him in the beginning. Hands up if you hated Im Sung Jae in the beginning. I mean, lift my legs up. Cause why was he being such a scumbag in the beginning? I was like, bro, what are you doing? Even when I found out that they were doing it under the pretext of revenge. Sorry, did I put that right? They were carrying out revenge under the pretext of getting girls for whatever reason. Nah, bro, nah. I hated you. I was like, nah, I hate this guy. Somebody should slap him, give him a slap in the face, do something to him. I don't know, I don't care. Like, halfway the series, I was like, are you the same guy I hated? Like, huh? Why are you being so nice? Why are you being so kind? Like, even I literally suspected him. Even when he was approaching the main girl, I was like, nah, this is too sus. I don't trust you. Moving on to the jester, the one whose sister got killed and he was actually there for revenge. This guy, is it bad if I say I liked him? I actually loved him. I low-key thought he was gonna be like this cheerful character that always gets killed at some point. I thought he was gonna be the one, but he wasn't. And I was like, yes. He almost died. This is such a major spoiler. But like, he was fighting against the servant of the villain girl. And then she was like, you guys should have seen it. I might actually put like an overlay. She had the thing here, yeah. Like, I put this here on my TikTok here because it was too funny. She could literally have just sliced his throat off, but she was like, Chigora! She took the thing right before she wanted. Like, guys, let us see witchcraft right now. Okay, Chigo. I was like, you guys should just say you don't want him dead. Next, the villains. I'm going to ignore all the small minions that were following the uncle around. Okay, I'll ignore those guys. Let's start off with the girl, the consort. Was she a consort? I have no idea. But she was married to the king though. Was she? Yeah, she was. Please, somebody give my girl a different role. Somebody give that girl a different... She's so good at being a villain. I'm sure you guys have watched other of her works. Like, let me grab her name real quick. Her name is Kang Hana. How did I not know her actual name? Anyways, her name is Kang Hana. Oh, she was in Startup. I've watched her. My roommate is a Gumiho. I've watched her. Moon Lovers, I've watched her. I've not watched the last episode. You don't come for me. Hey, she was in Record of Youth. I mean, she was in a lot of things I've watched, but in mainly most of, if not all of those things, she's a villain. For whatever reason, I don't know. And she's so good at it. Like, she's so good at it. Maybe that's why they just keep giving it to her. That aside, girl ate her villain role as usual a little bit too well, because each time I was seeing her, I was like, get the hell out of my screen. Actually, in my drop section, I'm going to drop something, because I'm sure you guys know her backstory if you've watched it already. If you haven't, she was just abused. I don't know, like, I don't want to start preaching here, but the way the enemy uses people's pain, and by the enemy I mean the devil, because I don't want to be preaching here, but like, I'm a Christian if you don't know, but like, this is such a thing that the devil does always, like in real life as well. Like, he uses people's pain and twists it. Well, let's move on, guys. If not, I'm gonna start preaching. The main character, should I start with the girl? Im Yunas. Guys, I was so happy. Her French was so good. In the first episode, I was like, why is her French so good? She did her assignment. I've never heard French in a K-drama and it sounded so well that I could hear what they're actually saying without reading the subtitle. So I was actually so proud. Im Yuna, you ate, girl, you ate. Her whole character, you know, Yuna is always gonna eat. Like, she always eats this kind of roles. I feel like these roles are low-key like attached to her personal character, so it makes it easier for her to act it out. I mean, I'm sure she has acted K-dramas where she went out of her comfort zone, but like these kind of roles fall within her comfort zone. That's why she always eats them up. Lee Chae-min, I did not know what to expect when I saw Lee Chae-min as the main character of this drama. You guys know how like this particular how will I put it, roles like this, I don't know how to put this. If you've watched What's Wrong with Secretary Kim, you get what I'm trying to speak about. Like these roles where the main character, like the guy, is like this bossy, wealthy, narcissistic, like these vibes basically. Like I do not know what to expect when I saw Lee Chae-min being that person. I've actually not watched a lot of his dramas. I think I've watched like 3 or 2, a few, and I was like, because most of these dramas are mostly like the older actors that act these dramas, but now like the younger, so I'm not trying to downgrade how good the younger actors can be. Most like OG dramas are made by the older actors, if you get what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to throw shade, yeah, I'm not trying to throw shade, but like I said, I didn't just know what to expect. And he actually ate his role up. He was actually acting narcissistically, full of himself, comedy, like he pulled it off basically. And I was like, oh, so you can't be that person, you are that person. He actually embodied the role properly, and I was like, yay, because if that wasn't the case, then yeah. This one is something that I will drop at you guys in the drop section. I don't know about you guys, but age difference between the actors in real life, actually a lot of good dramas are actually Nuna dramas, and I'm calling Nuna dramas because like the girl actor being older than the male lead. That's what I'm trying to say. When I saw Lee Chae-min, I saw Yuna, I was like, this age difference is very big. I don't like, I've researched these actors over and over again. I probably know everything, if not most things about them, that's on the internet. I'm not very much sure these people are having the same age range. I was like, no, I'm not searching this up. I don't want to know how old you guys are. I don't want to know. But towards the end, I actually searched it up. I couldn't hold myself, and there was a 10 years gap, and I was like, what? But then they were able to bridge the gap and build their chemistry. So I was like, okay, I could work with that. I have actually watched Nuna dramas, guys. They are very good. They're actually OG. Like The Glory, for example. Let's move on to like the overall general view of what I liked and what I may have not liked in the drama. On what I did not like, it's not that noticeable. It's just me being picky. I think it's because I've watched King the Land, yeah. And Yuna's chemistry with Juno was unmatched. So when I saw her chemistry with Lee Chae-min, well, it's not that bad, but like, yeah. Anyways, that's just me being picky. The ending, I was like, what's going on? Is this it? Am I here? Is this where we are at? Like, a lot went on in the ending. Towards the end, in episode 11, I was like, why do I feel like they're about to rush this? This is not only because I wish it was longer. Thank you. It feels like they're going to rush this ending, because I was like, what's going on? Why are they capturing the whole scene? Why are the villains winning? What is good? That's actually one of the things I actually liked. They did not change history. I thought they were going to make it like low-key unrealistic. I mean, it's really like fantasy, but I thought they were going to change the history, because I was wondering why were they dumb to the end? Like, why didn't they get the uncle to the end? And I realized it was because they didn't want to change the history in the last episode. That's when I realized it. Because usually in normal terms, in normal plots like this, though, they're gonna get the villain, like they'll wise it up. Like, you can't tell me that guy was fooling the whole kingdom and you put it pissed me off so much. And then what I was actually happy about was that when he was killing those people, like the main people, obviously the rest of the people thought that the king killed them, but I was happy that when he was killing the main people, he showed his face, so that the main people, like the grandmother, was not going to think that it was him that killed them. I felt a sense of relief and justice when he took the mask off, because I was like, there's no way you guys are going to make the grandmother think that her own grandson killed her. Not after he repented, after he but yeah, I was happy he did that. Actually, speaking of which, let's go find out. I want to actually research right now. I'll be back in a sec, and find out whether in the actual history when this happened, because this actually happened in Korean history, guys. Yeah, in the actual history when this happened, I want to find out if it was true, or was it actually just a rumor, and was it like planned. Why do I feel like it was true though? It's just that in this storyline, because they did not want to change history, they had to make it happen one way or the other. Okay guys, I'm back, and no way did I just read what I just read. Apparently he was actually like the worst tyrant in Joseon dynasty. What was gonna happen before the pop of true love? Before Yeon Suk-soo, I'm sorry, I'm going to actually use the terms I heard because I watched the K-dramas in Korean, so yeah. Before she came in and was like, Hajima Chona. Huh? What was the term she used? She did not say 사랑해요. She said 환영합니다. I don't know the word, but it's like 사랑해요, but like in Jola version, Joseon dynasty version. Actually, I don't even know what the difference between Jola and Joseon is. Is it the same? Guys, Korean history for another day. But basically, yeah, he was actually gonna become the worst tyrant before she stepped in, because they didn't want to change history. That's when they made the coup d'etat and made what happened. So actually what was gonna happen is what he actually did. So he was actually the worst tyrant in history. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they gave that to our Jimmy. I actually still don't understand the death of the mom. Why was she even sent away? According to the history here, which I still do not understand by the way. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. But according to the history written down here, and probably the same thing in Bon Appétit, Your Majesty, the mom was a new queen that was chosen for her beauty apparently, and I don't know, was she violent? They said she was highly jealous of the other concubines, so his mom was wicked. She even poisoned one of them or scratched the husband. The grandmother found that and sent her into exile. Later on, obviously, she was forced to commit suicide by drinking poison. I don't know if it's the same thing they showed us in the drama though. In the drama, they said that the concubines were spreading rumors that were not true in the palace. I think I remember that's what happened. Correct me if I'm wrong. They were spreading rumors. Because of those rumors, she got exiled. And while he was trying to defend his mom, in the real life, he shouldn't have. I mean, your mom was wicked. In the drama, it's alright, we forgive you. You can defend your mom if you want to. But she don't want him to be a tyrant anyway. She wanted him to be a wise king. Come on. But yeah, I like how in the ending they kept the history intact while tweaking it, obviously. Like which one is his body was never found and which one is he came into the present. It low-key feels like they wanted to do a part 2, which they could. I don't mind. Him being in the modern world could be very funny. That could be a very good rom-com, you know. I'm sure there are already stories like that, but yeah. Is Bon Appétit, Your Majesty worth the watch or not? Based on everything I've just said, I think you could try it. Like, give it a chance. Give it a chance, guys. If you loved King the Land, what's wrong with Secretary Kim? Any storyline where it was a rich table being all bossy narcissist, if you loved any story like that, then Bon Appétit, Your Majesty is your man or your girl. Whatever. If you haven't even watched any of those things, if you like a good like rom-com chill, having just the right amount of suspense, not too much, just the right one, not something that's going to spike your blood levels. If you want that, then you can watch Bon Appétit, Your Majesty. But if you're into something a little bit more like then you might want to pass on this one, because I don't know how I've recommended When Life Gives You Tangerine to my friend and she was like, it's boring. What? That's a masterpiece. Anyways, now let's go to the drop section. In my drop section, guys, my first question for you guys: do you think Consort Kang should have been given a second chance? I feel like she became too wicked to the point there was no return. She was given True Dante in the penthouse, if you know what I'm talking about. But I don't know. Okay guys, for my next drop, what's your take on Luna dramas? What do you think? Do you not care? I want to hear you guys' thoughts. Last but not the least, if you could make one of the dishes in Bon Appétit, Your Majesty, which one would you make? From the dishes of Bon Appétit, Your Majesty, basically, what was your favorite course? I personally, I don't know. Who is going to cook a Hwanseban for me? I think I'll drop my answers to my questions in my description box or something. But yeah guys, those are the 3 questions. If you stuck to the end, thank you very much for staying to the end. This is literally like my first K-drama video. I didn't think it was gonna be Bon Appetit or Majesty, but thank you for watching up to this time. I hope I have answered some of your concerns if you were coming here with them. If not, I don't know if I influenced you or de-influenced you. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in my next video. Bye.